So this lady had called me last summer and had a little trouble with this horse. He runs backwards out of the trailer at 100 miles an hour. And I went over a couple times, kind of showed her what to do. And I think she's just kind of been standing around all winter, so now they're wanting to revisit it. But sometimes explaining and then the person comprehending and executing are a little bit two different things. Sense. But we'll kind of see what happens here. I'm going to try to leave her alone, not coach her at all, just kind of see what happens here. Well, that was better than what I saw last time. What I'm hoping we see here is she tries to back him out one step at a time here, see. Without getting in a tug-of-war if he takes off. I can see she doesn't have her whip with her, so she won't be able to correct the horse. So no problem there, but...
Okay, come on.
So see, she didn't have the whip. See how she's kind of tugging and pulling.
Yes. Come on. Back in here. Tom, where did I put that whip?
Let me grab it for you, Jim.
How did she do this? She came right back in. That was not right. No. Thank you. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's good girl. There you go. That's a good girl. Good girl. What's that? Hold. Hold. Yeah.
Kind of hanging onto that lead rope with your left hand. Just don't get in the tug-of-war where she throws her head up, see?
What?
Just don't get in the tug-of-war where she wants to throw her head up and hit the top.
She always does that.
Well, that's because you're in a tug-of-war. If you put pressure on her and she's going backwards, she'll throw her head up and hit the top. So I would make sure that whip was in my hand, so I was prepared to use it. I'd use the lead rope in my left hand there. There you go. There you go. Now that's much better to me already. There, and stop her.
Good girl.
But even right there, see, you're not really prepared with that whip. You always want to make yourself ready to act. So if you got your whip in your left hand and you're having to switch all around, then you're just fumbling, see? There. And then right here, we always want to back her straight away from the trailer, right? We don't want to turn away from the trailer. Very good. Now just go take her for a little lead around to load her right back up. Might as well take your whip with you. Learn how to handle that whip.
Then just go straight up.
I'm not used to leading her with my left hand.
Well, you could trade when you get up there, when you get ready to do your intricate work at the trailer, switch to your left hand so you're facing her, so you're backing up so you can monitor what her feet are doing. If you're walking in with your right hand on the rope and she's behind you, you can't really monitor what's happening behind you. But if you've switched to your left hand, now you can monitor what her feet are doing. If you're like this trying to lead her in, you're having to look over like this, see what her feet are doing.
Well, yeah, but leading her around, I'm not used to leading with my
Well, that's
left
fine.
hand.
You can lead her with your right hand, just carry the whip in your left, but then when you're ready to do your intricate work, switch. Just get fluid at switching.
Okay, good.
And be prepared to switch if you need to. There we go. Use your point that whip out there and let her see it. There you go. Let's see how she responded to that. She did. You tapping the. No, don't carry your whip up high like that. There you go. But you tapping the floor with that whip doesn't mean anything to her.
Oh.
You showing it to her sure has some meaning, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now you're going to be prepared. You're going to hang on to that whip by the handle, but point the whip down low, aren't you? There you go. Now you're going to back her up one step at a time, aren't you? Keep that whip out of the way and just back her up one step. There. Reward her for that. That's all right. Don't pull on her, Janice.
What?
Do not pull on her.
I wasn't.
Well, there. There. Pet her for that. Load her back up. That's too fast. There. There, reach up and pet her for doing the right thing. You can pet her with your right hand with that whip in your hand. Now, you need to break the habit of doing that thing to her too. Just quit talking to her like that and just correct her through the lead rope and then use the whip if you have to.
What should I use the whip with when she starts rearing like she does?
Well, you need to start kind of coming with her just a little bit more. But just go ahead and try her one more time. There, pet her. Quit talking to her like that. Break that habit. That doesn't mean anything to her.
Oh, I thought it was a warning that she
It's
was
not.
doing something wrong.
It's not. It's all it's doing is getting your anxiety up and her anxiety up. Just learn to be quiet with your horse. Have you ever heard the term horse whispering? You know what that means? Shh.
Yes and no.
There we go. Now just load her right back up there. Ask her to come forward.
Come on.
Show her the whip. Wave it at her. There we go. There, park her there. Love on her. And ask her to just take one step backwards now, but just one. Ooh, right there. That's enough. Pet her. Pet her for that. Pet her for that, Janice. Good. Ask her to take just one step backwards now. There. Pet her for that. And pet her and pet her. Don't talk too much. Pet her. Good. Now ask her to load back up for you. Good girl. Good. And you know that she's doing that one step at a time is beautiful to me. And pet her.
Raising her head.
That's fine. And one baby step back. There. Pet her for that. That's good enough. And don't talk to her so much like that.
No.
Janice, I need to put a sock in your mouth.
Yes,
You need to quit talking. Ooh. Good. That's good enough. Pet her. Pet her.
Should I let her out?
No, pet her for that.
Oh.
Good. Then just one step back on command. Woo. And pet her. Good. And always back her straight away from your trailer. Don't let her turn away.
I'm back.
Take her for a little short walk and come load her up again. So just like I showed you, just let her respond to the pressure of the lead rope. Not a bunch of verbal commanding going on there. Touch her with it if she doesn't come. There. Put your whip down. There. And then just one step back when you're ready. There, that's enough. Pet her for that. Now, part of what's going on, Janice, is you got your lead rope so long that she's backing up 3 or 4 strides before she gets to the end of the rope. So hold your rope short enough, so all you gotta do is go backwards, forwards. So your rope should only be just inches long. There. Now load her back up. There. Better for that. We want to reward those tiny little thoughts of doing the right thing. There's a vast improvement over the horse I saw last summer that was shooting clear back to here at 100 miles an hour.
That's what she did last month.
Uh-huh. There. There. So what we have is a few years of
inappropriate behavior and just a few sessions of correct behavior, it's going to take a while to override that inappropriate behavior. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
It's not just a few years.
Yeah.
It's probably about 11 years.
11 years, okay. So a few little sessions like this, has she learned? No. Has she gotten the idea? Yes. Is she getting better? Yes. So we planted those little seeds of doing the right thing here with it. Let me just a second. So I'll carry my rope a little shorter. This is forward, forward, and forward. And right there, when I gave her this little forward command right here, Janice, this has come forward. That's resistance to me. She needs to feel that there was wrath for that. So this says come forward there, and then come forward there. Now back yourself up a step. That's enough. And that's enough. And that's enough. There. Now come forward. Good. One step. Good. One step. And then right there, there started to be resistance, so I started to show her the whip. Good.
You know, when I loaded her today, she loaded like a charm.
Watch
I
yourself.
didn't have to use the whip.
Oh, that's good. Now right here, I put a little forward pressure on her. I want her to come back to me. She's failed me, so I'm just going to show her the whip. I'm just going to ask her to back up one step. That's enough. That's enough. And right here. Because, there you go. So I just one step. Now if she lets that rope get tight and starts pulling on me, I'm not going to get in a tug of war with the rope. I'm just going to show her the whip and tell her to get herself back forward. Just take one step. That's it. Get back in there. Come back forward. Now right here, I'm asking her to back up a step and stop. Now I didn't ask for that step, see? Now come back forward. There. I'm not asking for any steps here. Just take a half a step backward. That's too much. That's too much. I'm not asking for anything. I didn't ask for that. But I don't get in a tug of war with her face here. I want her to be asking me, should I be going forwards or backwards? And I want her to only respond to the instruction I give her. Right here, I'm asking for forward again. Half a step back, please. That's enough. Half a step back, please. That's enough. I rewarded that little lean that I felt. Half a step, please. That's there. I started to get after her for going too hard. And by getting after her, I just wanted to show her the whip. Now, I want her to be thinking, is he going to let me go forwards or is it backwards? I say, well, come back forward. There you go. Come back forward. There you go. Come back forward. There you go. There you go. 1 foot. That's enough. A half a step back. Good enough. Half a step back. Good enough. Don't pull on me. If she goes to pulling on me, I'm just going to show her this. If she goes to pulling on me, I'm just going to pick this whip up and start to wave it at her ribs, not up and down, at her ribs. See if I can't drop just one front foot off. Very good. Very good. Drop 1 foot off. Very good. Drop just 1 foot off. Just one. Just one. And back yourself straight away. With this halter is just kind of a simple back up a step, come forward a step. Back up a step, come forward a step. And all I'm looking for really is just a lean out of her. Mm-hmm. Just a lean, not a whole stride. Just when she starts to lean, that's right here, she's not backing. I'm going to take the handle here and I'm just going to tap her on the shoulder and say, back yourself up there. When I put it, there you go. And just a little lean forward and I'll quit. Making sense? Is it helping?
I will try.
I know you will. But it all boils down to recognizing the simplest try and rewarding the simplest try. And correcting when she takes too many steps or tries too hard. We're going to correct her for pulling on me. I'm going to correct her for pulling on me. Go load her up. Yes.
That's a
Four.
good girl. Yeah, you can do it.
Back up a step, go forward a step, so that she's having to do as instructed, not making her own decisions. Does that make sense? There. Pet her for the try. Love her for the try. Nice. Love her for that try. Beautiful. See how much quieter she's gotten?
What?
She's getting quieter and she's looking for instruction now. Beautiful. Where's your direction? Rope's a little bit long, gents. It's pulling on you too much. That whip has to come up. So she wants to come forward when she sees that whip. Not that we're whacking her with it, just that she sees, oh, that whip's there, I better go forward. There, hit her for that. See that little tiny step she took? That's what we're looking for out of her. Beautiful. Love it. What's that horse's name?
Sunrise.
Sunrise. Nice, Janice. I like that. Nice. Better foot. Another step back. There. That's good. Nice. And another step back. Just one. There we go. Now she's thinking. And drop just one hind foot off. Nice. She started to. Just drop one hind foot off.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
Oh, she does. And one step. Nice. Nice. I would reward her for that. That wasn't horrible for her to see. It wasn't horrible for you. Nice, yes. And then back her straight away from the trail. There. 4 or 5 strides, and now you can turn her away. Careful what you're doing with your whip. Drag it on the ground so you're not holding it up. and
Positioned. Load your horse one step at a time, Janice. Or 3 or 4. It'll really help if you can start focusing on getting her to load one step at a time too, instead of just walking in there. If she's only allowed to load her front feet, maybe step back, load just the fronts, maybe load just the backs with her, and then maybe unload the backs, and then maybe all 4, so that she's not thinking every time she gets to that trailer, she just is supposed to march right up to the front. She's only allowed to do as instructed. Should be mixing up the instruction all the time so that she's looking for instruction. You don't have to say step to a horse. They know that edge is there. Right there. Nice. She didn't panic. She didn't try to yard out of there.
So she's okay with that?
I would, in the learning phases and the learning process, I would be satisfied that she didn't try to blow out of there or get in a big fight up front and try to raise her head up or anything. She's listening to you. I like that. One little step, stop and think.